So, morning all, welcome along with RB and Eclipse Motorcycles out on this final test ride of the LXS. Now, I've just done a video, how to ACF a bike. We used it on this one. This one is going out to Kai, and this is his bike. So, final test ride. You can just see where the ACF, where I put the ACF on the panels, how the water is pooling up. So, it will just run straight off, and the same will be with your road dirt as well. So hence why we ACF absolutely everything on a bike. So full ACF treatment on this. We're going to take it out. We're going to have a little run on it. Do the final test ride. Now, for those that haven't seen the LXS in action, all your telltales are on the left and the right. Horn, indicators, lights, hazards, pass light to the rear, start and kill switch. Dual braking, front brake. One of the discs, rear brake, the other disc and the rear. Dual braking on the rear brake will give you 70% rear, 30% front. 2/3 to 1/3. 1.1 miles on so far, and the mirrors on this absolutely lovely. There we go. Perfect view of the road behind me. Now it is drizzly today, so as we always say, front brake dry day, rear brake wet day, but low speed handling. Let's just see what it's like at low speed at a 4 mile/h crawl, and it handles very, very well at low speed. Very, very stable bike. Very low centre of gravity on these. May have to wipe the cameras a few times because it is that fine rain, not the heavy stuff, and this fine rain tends to stick to the camera. Maybe I should have ACF'd the front of the cameras. So let's get this out into traffic. And of course the obligatory dual carriageway run at 40 to 45 mph. So, as we said about ACF 50, very good product to use, very easy to use, and I have shown you in the video how to do it. But obviously, the more time you spend ACF 50 a bike, the better it is. Now this has a 6-speed box. This rain is so fine. Visor up, it's fogging up the inside of my visor. Be alright once we get out on some open road. So have a little bit of wind noise for a moment. Now we've got the drift on as well, and we're running the GoPro 10 at the front. But Kai has been following my videos very intently. He's like, can you do me a video of ACF 50 on my bike? Of course I can, Kai. There we go. Rear brake only, and it pulls that bike down dead level. Off we go. Dual carriageway time. Now, while we're doing this, a couple of things to talk about. Friday night live stream. If you haven't seen the Friday night live stream, log in from 8 o'clock. All the boys are going to be on. And it's normally quite messy from about 8 o'clock, so if you fancy a little bit of fun on a Friday night, grab yourself a few beers, come and join us on the show. Wipe the camera and do the other one. Keeping an eye on that traffic behind me. So Friday nights tend to get a little bit messy. Saturday night is normally sit at home and have a few beers with the missus. This Sunday we are going to the NEC Bike Show 2023, MCM Bike Show, and we're going to be there Sunday. Now joining us probably will be Simon GTR 1400. Don't know if Andy's going, but I know Redlocks and Biltong, otherwise known as Ali and Hayden, will be joining us. Also coming down are a lot of the boys from up north. Hopefully we might get to meet up with Peaky, who is the Peaky Biker. I'm going to give Peaky a quick plug as well. He is doing a run. Get the visor up, get some air through my visor a second. Thank you. He's doing a run for Scotty's Little Soldiers. And if you pop across to my RevBomb page on Facebook, there is a link and how to donate some money to that charity. I am hanging fire because I have a separate account for my YouTube money, and so far in there is 60 quid. 60 quid I don't consider enough to give to Peaky, so I'm going to wait till I've got a couple of months worth of YouTube money, and then I'm just going to give him the whole lot. My YouTube money just tends to go on bike gear or back into buying freebies for people. Hence John Diehard McLean got a free jacket out of it last time. He had a Red Bomb jacket out of it. We are 30,000 away from 1 million views, so I will be doing a 1 million views giveaway, and we're just going to basically put in every single subscriber that I have got on my list, and it's going to be top comments, keeping an eye out for the cars behind me obviously, top comments and the people that have commented the most, and we're just going to go all the best ones. We're going to do it live on the Friday night live stream. We are going to put the names all on a list, assign a number for everybody, and then we're going to get an auto number generator and do it live on stream so that that person can actually see what they get. They're going to get a Red Bomb jacket, Red Bomb hats, Red Bomb cup, and a shed load of stickers. So that's just a little bit of a freebie that I am going to be giving away for the 1 millionth view once I hit 1 million views. So if you haven't liked, subscribed, commented, go and do it over the next video, or go back onto some of my old ones and leave some comments on the old ones. And the more comments the better. Don't forget to tell your friends, like and share. But of course don't forget all the guys that are on my list below. So every video in the description below is a list of motovloggers that I follow. Go and check the boys out, give them a like, subscribe and a follow. We're pushing to get Z-Head to 1,000. Now if you haven't seen Z-Head Motovlogs, very good Scottish motovlogger, and Stu stuff tends to go up and down, up and down, up and down. He does some really good content. He tends to ride out with Lockwood 92, Grems and the Ayrshire Vlogster. So go and subscribe to Z-Head. Let's see if we can get Z-Head to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. That'd be a nice little Christmas present for him. But obviously subscribe to all the people on that channel or in my description. Don't forget we do TikTok as well, Instagram, and of course the Facebook page. Facebook page tends to be a little bit of everything. What's going on here? Oh, we're doing some repairs, are we? And we're going to go back down the dual carriageway, and then we're going to pick up some of the urban roads and get a little bit of urban riding in. But so far, this little LXS, I love these bikes. Now, difference, some people have asked me, what is the difference between the LXS and the LXR? Quite a lot, actually. So, LXS is a lot smaller, so if you are a female rider, or you've got really short legs, you're a midget, can't say that, politically correctness. But if you're sort of 5'4", 5'5", the LXS is going to be better suited to you. 790 millimeters is the seat height. The LXR is 820, so the LXR is a lot higher bike than the LXS, but the LXS is still a very good ride. Both have a 6-speed box. They've got water-cooled engines. Difference being LXR as well has an analog and digital display. LXS full digital display, and it's in blue. Ooh, which lights up perfectly at night. Give the cameras a wipe again. There we go, number 1, and over there, number 2. There we go. So hopefully you can see what I'm seeing, but it is drizzly this morning, and it's probably about 8 degrees, 8-9 degrees today. It's freezing. Hence why I've got thermal base layer, heavy trousers, overalls, and I've got 2 jackets on as well, so I am well padded. Probably look like the Michelin man riding this. But the LXS as well has an under-seat exhaust. LXR's got a side-mounted exhaust. Both very good bikes. Which one appeals to me the most? I like both of them. It has that sports bike feel, but obviously being a sports bike you've got no room for storage, unless like the LXR, they have an aftermarket rack for it now, but it does look silly with an aftermarket rack and a top box on the back. If you want a top box and a rack, go and buy an upright naked bike. Sports bikes are designed for being blatted everywhere. But both very, very good bikes, and if you run them incorrectly, now I keep banging on about running in a bike, and people say it's not necessary, you don't need to do it. Well, go on the Lexmoto Owners UK and look at the guy that has an LXR. 4 months in, his bike is absolutely mullered. And when they asked him, did you run it incorrectly? No, I was told by the dealer I did not need to run it in, I could go straight to top speed. And 4 months down the road, lo and behold, his bike is playing up, it's got no power, he's lucky to hit 50 mile an hour flat out, and rattling like a bugger. That is probably because you've opened it up straight out the box and just blatted it everywhere. Now you can blat these everywhere once you have run the bike in. 40 to 45 mile an hour. Yes, I know, boring mileage for the first 500 miles or 3 months. That is your ride test mileage. So 3 months, 500 miles, then you have a service. Once you've got your service out the way, you can then do, I might filter here, but I've got lorries coming down. Let's have a look. I'm going to get a bit of filtering in here, I think. And the thing about these, they are so thin, you can get them in a filter. Wouldn't want to be doing this on my big GTR. Probably fit through the gap though. Yeah, loads of room. But obviously you have to, if you are filtering, watching those gaps on the road. Car drivers are prone for just rocking it over. There's a gap there. I'm going to scoot up the inside without checking their mirrors. So be very, very aware if you are doing something like this and you are filtering. Anyway, back to the servicing. Once you've done your next service, you can then do, come on, move over. It would have to be a Picanto. I know Picanto drivers. Well, it's not a Sportage. So, once you've done your first service, 50 mile an hour for the next 3,000 miles or 6 months from the first service. That's your next one. Second service out the way, you are good to go. You can blat the thing everywhere. Now the LXRs and LXSs are good for about 65. Someone said you can get 69 out of them if you open it up. Thank you, Mr. Lorry Driver. And it's always the lorry drivers that let you through. But filtering, be very, very aware of what is going on around you. We're going to do a hill run next, and then back to the garage for a cup of coffee. Thank God I've got my nice gloves on. Now, I've got 2 pairs of these. I actually love these gloves. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So these are supplied by Viper. They're GP Pro gloves. They're quite thin, but they have a layer of base mesh in them, and the base mesh is what keeps your fingers nice and warm. Or you can go full Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex will keep you absolutely dry as a bone, but you are going to be paying an arm and a leg. Let the car clear on the inside, and I'm going to hook over because I've got a lorry behind me, but he is as slow as hell, which is good. Eyes are down. Hill run. Try to keep the revs as low as possible, and then get the power in from top gear. Last thing you want to be doing is banging loads and loads of revs on a brand new bike. Get through the box as quick as you can, and then get it up to speed. So 40 mile an hour. People say, oh, you're doing 40 on a dual carriageway. Oh, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. No, it's not. As long as you're watching that mirror, and I know I've got a lorry coming up the outside of me, so hence pass light, which is very, very good. Give him a flash. Let him in. Get a little ding to the indicator there. It's not dangerous at all. I've got two lanes, I've got an overtaking lane. If I was on a 50cc that did 30 mile an hour, and most of our roads in Milton Keynes are all like this, they're dual carriageway. This is the only road out of Milton Keynes going towards London, and it's dual carriageway all the way. If you're on a 50, you're going to be hugging that inside lane. I tend to dominate out between 1 and 2 now. Obviously, if I see a car coming, shuffle myself into position 1. A lot of people say, oh, you should be out in the middle of the road dominating. No, thank you. I tend to watch my mirrors. It's the same as if you were obviously riding down a road on a big bike, you've got an oncoming car, and you're sitting out towards the middle. You want to be moving across to the centre a second in case he drifts over the line. Especially if you've got panniers and a top box on. So, cope with the hill climb very, very well, as you would expect an LXS to do. And luckily it's only drizzle, so clean the camera again. Hopefully we'll get some good footage off of this. A little bit of a longer ride, this one. Obviously wanted to show Kai what it runs like. 8.5 miles in, so the obligatory 10 on the dials by the time I get back to the garage. And then one more time coming in on the rear brake, and nice heavy stop, absolutely perfect. Now the only difference being with me, being a longer legged rider, I find it hard to get my knees tucked in under the tank unless I shuffle my toes up onto the pegs. That is the only thing with this. But I can ride this comfortably, as long as I shuffle my feet about. Right, back to the garage we go. Coffee awaits, and dry my jacket out. I know my jacket is going to be soaked, and I've just realised that my mobile phone is in my pocket. Thank God I've got a Samsung waterproof phone. Probably going to have wet pockets. So, test ride over and done with, all good, and ride test complete. Right, all I've got to do now is give them a call, register the bike. Oh, there's a few of those about. It's the second one we've seen today, so something's going on. 45 mile an hour run, and back down to 40. There we go. So you should be varying your speed if you're doing your first 500 miles. Don't do 10, stick at 1 revs, open it, close it, open it, close it. Vary your revs. Coffee awaits. So if you enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget to follow the social media. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube and the Facebook. And of course in the description below. Go and follow a few of the motovloggers. Go and check out Peaky Biker, as I said at the beginning, and his challenge. That is up on my Red Bomb Facebook page. Go and look at Peaky Biker's challenge. 4,300 miles in 10 days. That is going to be a big challenge, but being an army lad, he will cope with it, as us boys do. And talking of army boys, a big thank you to everybody that joined me on the memorial ride on Sunday. It was really appreciated. Good to have my old mate Steph there from the signals, and of course his partner Daytona girl. There we go, heavy in on the brakes. What's she like? Very good. Wait for Mr. Coachman to move, because I can't get down the inside yet. And caught by the yellow light again. Oh dear, that is windy out. Let's have the visor up for a minute while I'm talking. So anyway, whatever you're doing, don't forget, check out all the motovloggers. Get Zhead up. Go and click on Zhead. Let's get my mate Zhead Stewart up to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. Friday night live stream as always, check that out. Go and look at the video of ACF in a bike, very very easy to do, but there's loads of YouTube videos how to use ACF. Exeter Rider's done one of those. But until the next ride, guys, whatever you're doing, if you're out riding this week, have a good one. We'll see you at the bike show Sunday. Look out for Rev. I'll have my Rev Bomb jacket on, so go and hunt me out. I'll have a pocket full of stickers if you want a sticker. But until the next time, be well, ride safe, and from RB, it's a big goodbye from me.